So I am going to go with my next value pick. And we talked about it before the show is like, I picked 2 players. Well, I've locked it down to just one on this. And I was trying to choose between which Kansas City Chiefs wide receiver I think has the best value. And I think it's Marquez Valdez-Scantling going in the 12th round. I think he brings, obviously, I do not quote me on, do not yell at me for saying he's going to be what Tyreek Hill was in this
Are you
offense.
kidding me? You're crazy.
The style of play of MVS, the speed game, fits perfectly with what Kansas City has wanted to do in this offense for so long. I think he comes in and has a very good year for the Kansas City Chiefs. And you look at where he is being drafted right now, it is behind WNBA star Sky Moore. It's behind guys like DJ Chark. It's behind guys like Kenny Galladay. It's behind guys like Jacoby Myers. I am taking MVS over all of those guys and possibly more. I'm not going to go down the list. But what he has the potential of being is the number 1 wide receiver on this offense. And if you are the number 1, he has the potential. It's not counting Travis Kelce. It's not counting Travis Kelce, if that's what you're meaning, if that's what you're looking at me like that for. What's your deal over there?
MVS has no shot. No shot at being a clear number 1 in this offense. No shot. Zero chance at being the number 1 option in this offense.
I don't know if I'd say zero.
Zero chance.
Zero chance that he's the number 1 option.
Zero chance. Look, I like MVS like you do. I think maybe his ADP is his ADP. I'll just say this, and I don't really want to talk about MVS that much because I think that's a sleeper pick for a lot of people this year. I think MVS has the biggest issue is his ADP is reflective of what the issues are in Kansas City. There's too many guys. It's Juju, it's MVS, it's Kelce, it's Mecole Hardman, who people still forget about, like he's not going to play. It's Sky Moore, who they drafted, who obviously they like. That's what, 6 guys? 5-6 guys that we don't have a clue how they're going to be used, but yet we're all trying to pick one of them to say this is going to be the guy.
And that was the thing before the show. And to pull the curtain back with everybody here, I had Juju and MVS lined up back to back, side to side, like I was going to use 2 players here. But I chose MVS because he is a deeper value pick. But if I'm drafting, and I don't know how you guys feel about taking 2 wide receivers from the same team. I feel like MVS is so much farther down that I can take Juju where his value is at the 88th pick in the draft, going in round 7, and then scoop up MVS in round 12 and take my shot on either one of those Patrick Mahomes weapons. I just worry about the fact that, and Dylan brought this up on Monday, and this is probably the only fair point he had with DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett, was that you just don't know which one is going to have the game. And that doesn't scare me away completely of drafting somebody. But if I'm getting MVS in round 12, I'm okay with taking that shot because it's a 12th round pick and the guys going around him. I'd much rather take the shot with a Patrick Mahomes weapon than someone else.
Go ahead, AJ. I'll let you go. And
then I was on your side and everything, and then you said he'd be the number 1, and then I lost all my thought process. But I like the idea. I mean, in the 12th round, he was
going to be the number 1. I said he has a potential of being number 1, and if I can draft that in the 12th round, gladly.
Can I ask you, what's that based on? What is that based on? From what you've seen him as a player, what tells you MVS has the potential to be the number 1? Like, what proof or evidence, or what are you basing that on?
Speed guy, high investment in signing him. They obviously invested highly in him in signing him. So, and he fits the same system that his style of play fits the Kansas City Chiefs style of that fast paced gunslinging.
We have 5 guys like that.
They do, but I'm just saying MVS they obviously wanted MVS.
Yeah.
They went out and invested highly in, not crazy highly, but and to me, I've said it on this show before. I think Juju Smith-Schuster is going to be the best a wide receiver 2 in this league and for fantasy this season. Fringe wide receiver 1. That's like my guy I'm locking down. But like I said, it's the potential in round 12 with MVS of the shot in the dark that he's the number 1 wide receiver for this Chiefs team with Patrick freaking Mahomes is why that I have him here as one of my best ADP value picks.
And I do believe that he's going to have a big role in this offense than a lot of people are thinking. I mean, I think I mentioned this when we were talking about Kansas City and the moves they made. He is the replacement for the things Tyreek Hill could do down the field. You know, those I'm faster than everybody. I'm behind the secondary. The ball's dropping in the basket because you just can't catch me. You know, and they need that guy, that deep threat that take the top off. And it's Patrick Mahomes and Aaron Rodgers. A lot of people talk about how similar their talents are. You're just getting a younger version. And we know how strong-armed that Pat Mahomes is. Just let Tyreek Hill tell it. You know what I'm saying? With it going in the 12th round, I mean, like you mentioned, the guys that are around there, you're talking about 2 more rounds. You're picking your defense and your kicker in 2 of those. So if I'm taking MVS with my next to last skill position round, let's do it. I'm all about that.
Yeah.
So I just wanted, the reason I wanted to go last, because I just want to say this. Fantasy Pros has MVS, I believe, wide receiver 60, Mecole Hardman, wide receiver 62. Very similar, close to each other. I'm taking Mecole Hardman over MVS all day in redraft. So already familiar with the offense, already has a rapport with Patrick Mahomes, has already seen the field, has the trust of Andy Reid. They like him, even though he's had his struggles. I am not as high on MVS in fantasy as I am in regular football. I think he brings a dynamic element to them as a football team. But the closest thing to what Tyreek Hill did for Kansas City is not MVS. It's Mecole Hardman. No, I know you did.
I just mean no.
I know you said that. I'm just saying in general, overall, his whole package of what Kansas City does, Mecole Hardman is the one that runs the jet sweeps and runs the bubble screens and gets in out of the break. I'm not saying he's Tyreek Hill, but he is actually the closest thing to Tyreek Hill that they have outside of maybe Sky Moore, which we haven't seen yet. That could change. But I don't mind it if you're making your choice MVS. Me personally, I would never draft 2 of those same players. I would just stay away from the entire wide receiving core. And if I wanted one of them, I'd trade for him during the season.
So you're not even on Juju?
Nope. The only person I would draft from Kansas City is Travis Kelce. And
he hasn't liked Juju for years. Before he was a part of the show, I remember him
Juju's
talking about
fine.
Juju.
I think that'll be great. Juju will be fine there. I think he'll get a lot of catches. I don't know how productive he'll be in the red zone. I don't know how productive he'll be in yardage-wise. He'll get a lot of catches, but the fact of the matter is I think they do spread it around. I think there's going to be a lot of guys involved. And the only one that I'm sure of, and this is how I draft, I want guys I'm sure of, Travis Kelce.